Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to make this super exciting. You get to read along with me.
Okay.
So this is great.
Good.
So you're going to know what I'm saying next. This is awesome. And considering the topic here, and this is kind of a serious topic, and I gave a presentation last August in New York. Hopefully maybe this happened for a reason, so I wouldn't. I like put it out there before my presentation in New York that I might be the first guy to cry giving a JailbreakCon presentation, which I was fearing heavily. You'll see why in a second. So, my name is Tim Collins. I go by TCcentex in the Jailbreak community. I wanted to just take a few minutes to talk about you, or follow up to a presentation that I gave in New York last August at JailbreakCon. In that presentation, I talked about something very near and dear to me and a few other people in the community, the Because of Ezra Charity Foundation that exists to spread awareness and raise money to fund pediatric neuroblastoma cancer research. I told you about someone you just met, Kyle Matthews, founder, co-founder and owner of MomMy.com, who started this nonprofit charity with his wife, Robin, about 3 years ago in honor of their firstborn son, Ezra, who at only 2 years old passed away on November 8th, 2010, after courageously fighting neuroblastoma cancer for more than a year. I told you how neuroblastoma is a cancer that develops mostly in infants and children, and because its symptoms are difficult to catch early on, the diagnosis often occurs when the cancer has already progressed to a dangerous late stage. I told you how there's only a 30 to 40% survival rate for children in that late stage diagnosis, and that a whopping 50% of those who do survive relapse and get sick again, and how there's presently no known cure for relapse neuroblastoma, which is exactly what happened to Ezra. I told you how these statistics are very similar to the statistics leukemia had about 50 years ago, but how huge fundraising and leukemia awareness campaigns since then have spearheaded massive research and awareness, which actually brought leukemia cure rates to over 90% today. Today, one child dies every 16 hours from the leukemia, though, so it has a lot of catching up to do. I told you that there's a huge lack of funding for pediatric cancer research, how only 3.5% to 4% of all of the National Cancer Institute's money, only 2% of the Leukemia Lymphoma Society dollars, and only 1% of the American Cancer Society's money goes to all childhood cancer research, all of it. I shared how drug companies essentially do no pediatric cancer research because more adults are diagnosed annually than children are. So they've decided that it's not profitable enough for them. They can't make any money at it to spend that precious research and development money on drugs that specifically target pediatric cancer. I told you how recent studies have found that half of the money going into pediatric neuroblastoma research is from parent-founded charities like the Because of Ezra Foundation. And that's why this is a very important charity. That's why it's so important. It's not just a feel-good thing, it is really needed. I told you how a couple of years ago, me and a few close friends put our heads together and created E is for Ezra, a first of its kind, all for charity theme, which up to last year's JailbreakCon, just last August, had raised over $13,500 that went straight from City. Went straight from Cydia to the Because of Ezra Foundation, and it's literally, we have the Because of Ezra Foundation has a PayPal account that's set up that's linked to an account called Team Ezra, and all of the payouts go directly to their charity. It's not seen by any of the developers, anybody who has anything to do with these packages. We simply keep them updated, we create them. And then Sorik, Jay Freeman, is nice enough to, like he does on many charity-based packages, which there are some out there, he even offers his services at cost, so it actually frees up a lot more money to go where it's needed. So huge thanks to Jay too. Since August, that was the numbers from August, since August, that same theme, E is for Ezra, a couple years old, is up to $14,250 in total money raised. Since then, we released, or at JailbreakCon New York, we released live the E is for Ezra 2 theme. Since its release, the Ezra 2 theme has raised an additional $2,300 and counting. In New York, I also extended an invitation for other developers and theme artists to consider supporting this charity with new themes and tweaks of their own, to take a small portion of the amazing work that you all do and do something for the better good. I told you about the guys at iCarbons.com who are here today, and they've, for more than a year, been selling Because of Ezra brand of iDevice skins. The cancer or pediatric cancer colors are gold. It's a gold ribbon, so they've come out with this gold iDevice skin, and they contribute 100% of the money from that also to the Because of Ezra Foundation. To date, they've raised $1,900, and Bruce and Rosa from iCarbons are here. Thank you. I told you about the developer behind Sprintimize and one of the sponsors of JailbreakCon, then and now, Filippo Bigarella, who donated over $5,000 to the Because of Ezra Foundation and another Italian cancer research charity through his charity Tweak Lively Icons. Since last JailbreakCon in New York, Filippo decided to donate all the money from the sales of Lively Icons to Because of Ezra exclusively. And in just over 6 months since last August, Lively Icons has raised an additional $2,600 for a grand total of almost $8,000 for cancer research. Since a great example of the developers that have stepped up and made a big difference. I'm also happy to share that after JailbreakCon in New York, I was contacted by another set of big names. Jack Willis and Sentry from A3 Tweaks are the creators of OXO. They were both in attendance in New York and took my call to action to heart. And shortly after JailbreakCon, they released Arco. It's a 99-cent tweak that adds a real-time play duration indicator for music or videos right on the status bar. And since its release, like late last year, just a few months ago, has generated about $1,300, of which again went straight to the Because of Ezra Foundation, so huge thanks to those guys too. Other theme artists since then, immediately following the release of that Ezra 2 theme that I released live during my presentation with help to Kyle's brother Tyler, who was in the crowd and actually pushed a button and it went live while I was talking. Jay Friends, who goes by Truck and Low, with help from me, Bars Over Beats, and another theme artist named Hempfling, created the Ezra 2 Style Pack, a refined version of the Ezra 2 theme icons. And shortly after that, another theme artist that goes by Romy Bacardi released an all-white version of that style pack, appropriately named Ezra 2 Style White. And together, these two recently released themes have raised an additional $1,000 for Because of Ezra. And again, I want to thank those guys a whole lot too. It's gaining steam, and that's why I'm here. So I'm throwing a lot of numbers at you, but I want to sum it all up and let you know that basically the themes and tweaks created for the sole purpose of supporting this charity is a total of almost $26,000 today. I want to thank everybody here. Obviously, I mean, it's the jailbreaking community. What we've wanted to do, what we did from the very beginning, and these, you know, the few first guys, my friend Rick Fayed, who goes by Subi Rex, is here with me today. Aaron Priest. There's a few theme artists that are actually here, and the ones that, I mean, literally dozens of people, developers like Filippo, the guys from A3 Tweaks. We never wanted to do anything gimmicky and put anything out there that was going to degrade what the purpose of this whole, you know, what the purpose of it all is. We literally wanted to put things out there that people would buy anyway, and honestly, for the most part, I get a lot of feedback that people don't even realize that they're contributing to a charity. They just saw something they liked that was useful, that they needed, and they got it, and then they realized afterwards what they had done. And I've even had, you know, communication with the piracy guys. A lot of the stuff, unfortunately, gets pirated, but it gets the awareness out there. They actually find out about it. We don't make a big deal about it or, you know, get upset. So it's made a huge difference. So I'm asking, basically here to ask to keep it going. It gained a lot of momentum last August. I think that, again, because we had raised, I think, about $10,000 short of this over about a year and a half. It's been 7 months since then, so I'm asking that you keep buying the themes and tweaks, and to those that are here, please keep contributing fresh new work to sell on behalf of this charity. If we keep it going, we can make a difference, and we can play an important role into something besides making these devices, cool to use and easier on the eyes. You can really make a difference and change a lot of lives and help a very worthy cause. If you have any questions or want any more information on the charity itself, go to becauseofezra.org. That's it. Thank you.